For the broccoli, I have water filled in a pot. Add a little salt to it. You got your broccoli, and then you have your ice water. You want your water to be enough so that it completely covers the broccoli. Then you'll cut it into spears. Okay. You can just kind of cut through. Just like that, you have a broccoli spear. Get your broccoli, place it in the water. If it kind of comes up a little, you can watch it very carefully, or you could put a lid on it. And you'll put it in for 2 to 3 minutes. After you blanch it, then you're going to shock it in ice water. Place it into the ice water, as you can see here. Okay, your blanch and shock. Again, this you're going to do this for your practical. You got it in your ice water there. And you can use the same water for your potatoes. Okay, you got your potatoes, and you're going to go ahead and peel those. Okay, then you're going to go ahead and give them a rough cut. Nice rough cut. Just like that. Add your potatoes in. For the apple raisin chutney, I have 1 Granny Smith apple that I'm going to dice, and I'm going to have a cup of raisins or dried cranberries, half a cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of water, 4 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, a pinch of cinnamon or to taste, and then a pinch of ginger. And then you can also add salt to taste. First thing you want to do is peel your apple. And then again, use your apple as a guideline. And you're going to put this, and you're going to cut this into a small dice, roughly the same size as the raisin. Keep them as uniform as possible. Okay, the first thing you want to do is, if you'd like, you can add a little bit of butter. Otherwise, you can combine everything all at once. I actually like to use a little bit of butter and get a little bit of color on my apples. And then add your apples in, and you're going to saute, and just to get a little bit of color. And this is what you're looking for. And then you're just going to combine all the rest of the ingredients. You've got your apple cider vinegar with your water. You have your cinnamon and your ginger. And you have your sugar. And basically what you're going to do is make a simple syrup out of this. So you want to get it to the point where it's syrupy. You don't want to go too far though. This will develop a syrup as it reduces down, and then at the same time you're cooking your apples, all the flavors are marrying together. So let it go for about 1.5 to 2 minutes and check it. And this is basically what you're looking for. At the very end, add a little salt. That just kind of mellows down the sugar. And there's your apple raisin chutney. Okay, and your potatoes, you just to check them, just the knife should go in really easily, and they usually just kind of break apart. If they do that, then you know you're good. Then drain the water. Okay, so your potatoes are all done. Go ahead and mash them up, and again, you could, if you need to get any excess water out of them, you can actually turn your fire on, and it'll evaporate the water, the leftover water. Just make sure you watch over it so it doesn't burn the potatoes. On your heavy cream, you're going to have to put a little bit at a time because potatoes vary in size, and one thing you don't want to do is add too much. So a little bit at a time. Mash them up. Now you don't have to add butter to these because heavy cream essentially is butter. Add your salt and pepper, garlic mix if you want, or just go salt and pepper. And I'm going to add a little bit more. And that should do it right there. These are going to be very rich, but very flavorful. Okay, for the pork chop, I have a nice, beautiful pork chop. This is from the loin. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and season that. We're going to go ahead and get our flame on. Season it aggressively with salt and pepper. This is where you're going to build your gravy from. Flip it around. Okay, get a pan, a little olive oil, and you're going to stir it. And then you turn it around. Then you're going to place it in a 350-degree oven. You can use the same pan, or if you want to put it in a pie pan, you can do that as well. Place it in a 350-degree oven anywhere from 7 to 9 minutes. Remove from oven. Let rest for 5 to 10 minutes. After your pork chops have rested for 5 to 10 minutes, place your broccoli in the boiling water for an additional 2 minutes. Remove from the pot and place into a bowl of olive oil, salt, pepper mix, or any kind of seasoning you want to use. And just toss it up. And you're going to serve it with the pork chops and the raisin chutney. After the pork chop is finished, you can place it on the plate. And then you can get a nice little water dressing here, or a nice little sauce from the drippings. You have this nice, beautiful brown sauce that you could use for your gravy. right at the very end. Take it off the stove, throw in a little butter, and you'll have a nice little sauce gravy for your mashed potatoes. And this is something you'll do on your practical for your chicken. You guys can see that. So you want to remove it, let that butter melt slowly so you don't have a separation of liquid and butter. And then we'll plate it up. Pork chop. So you're going to place your broccoli on the plate, like so. If you want to put it underneath the stem. Get your mashed potatoes. Then you can pour some of that gravy on there, and even on your pork chop. And then top it with the apple raisin chutney. And here in this case I have cranberries, but you can use raisins. And there you go. Pan-seared pork chops with apple raisin chutney, mashed potatoes, and broccoli.